Hello, 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 boys and girls. Hello. So, apparently, apparently today, they just released a trailer to Fantastic Four, an official trailer for Fantastic Four. And I just woke up. It's like 11:30 or something like that. Yeah, 11:18. Anyway, just woke up. I was planning on going to the movies today to watch 3 movies at the AMC. For now, I'm gonna go in here and I guess review the new or react to the new trailer for Fantastic Four. I haven't even released the Daredevil trailer reaction I made a couple weeks ago, so I guess I'll release that at the same time I release this. Uh, but yeah, I'm also gonna be going to watch a few movies today, so keep an eye out for those reactions. And yeah, let's switch it over to future Steven, where he's already sitting down about to watch the trailer. All right. All right. Thank you, past Steven, for passing it along to me. But today, today, we are going to be watching the first official teaser trailer for Fantastic Four. Like I said earlier, it came out this morning, and I am now ready to react to it before I head off to go watch other movies and spend time at the AMC all day. Uh, but yeah, I am going to watch the first official teaser trailer for Fantastic Four. Let's start it right now.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Love
Herbie,
this.
how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Ooh, loving the practical
Okay.
effects of the thing as well.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
Loving all this.
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
He knows what he's talking about. He's in that series where he's a chef himself. What's that called? Oh, the bear. That's it.
Best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always
Joseph
been a
Quinn
rock.
looks great.
Johnny is.
So
Johnny.
does Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal.
I am right
Loving
here.
this.
Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. That's cool. That's really cool. I didn't expect to see him. Damn. I expected to see more of I expected to see more of Jennifer Garner. Is that her name? I think that's who's playing Silver Surfer this time. Did I say? No, it's not Jennifer Gardner. That is not. That is not who's playing. I don't know why I said Jennifer Garner, or why I even thought of her. That's not who's playing Silver Surfer. That's Elektra. I don't know how I got those names confused. Um, who who is the one playing Silver Surfer? Trying to think of her name now. Uh, she's in Ozark. What is her name? Julia Garner. That's it. Not Jennifer Garner. Julia Garner. That's her name. Alright. Yeah, Julia Garner. This chick. So no, you can't hardly see her. Yeah, that's not surprising. There hasn't been any footage yet of her playing Silver Surfer. And not even a good teaser photo of her as Silver Surfer. But it's like a fan made picture. Can't even find one of those. Anyway, let's watch this again.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
So I
Like
knew
watch your
Herbie
family
was gonna
dinner
be
every
in
week.
this.
Sunday at 7 on the
That's
dot, no
great
matter
to
what.
hear.
We're all here.
Loving Pedro
Herbie, how's that
Pascal
sauce
and
coming?
Vanessa
Yeah,
Kirby
I'll be the
as
judge of that.
Sue and Reed.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
loving the
Is
thing,
this
dude.
guy good or
The
what?
mix between the
Want a couple cloves
actual
of garlic? Not because it's
practical
not delicious. I just want
effects
to add a little bit of zip.
and the
Okay.
little bit of CGI they've done with them. Loving it all. Loving it all.
Went up the first time.
And this
Very
music,
visible.
mm,
Ben wasn't a rock.
loving this.
The best pilot in the world, right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny. But I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, face it together.
Mm, yeah, loving it all,
As a
dude.
family.
Loving it all. As a family. Yes. Yes. This is great. As a family. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I loved the original Fantastic Four movies with Chris Evans as Johnny Storm and um, Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba as Sue Storm. I loved that iteration of those films for what we had at that time. You know, we had like all the Blade and the Spider-Man films just starting and X-Men just starting. So for what we had at that point, yeah, those Fantastic Four films were pretty decent and they were pretty funny at times. But I never actually got a sense of them as a family in either iteration. That those first two films, or even the one that came out later in like 2014, 2015, the one where Michael B. Jordan plays Johnny Storm. Um, I I didn't really get a sense of them as like a family for either one of those versions. This though, just the trailer, I'm getting more of a sense of them actually like being a family. Like Johnny, Reed, the Thing, Sue, even Herbie the robot. Like I'm getting an actual real sense of family in this one. You know, something that's gonna come into play in like uh the Avengers. Disney knows how to make family movies, that's for sure. And knows how to make or portray families in film. Disney definitely knows how to do that. So I'm excited for this. And not only that, but the with it being
set in the 60s, but it being in the multiverse. So it's, yes, it's the 60s, but it's like a more futuristic 60s, which, comes into play with their car that they drive around looking like a like an older car, but it still has like a futuristic vibe to it, and it can fly. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, they flew it around in Comic Con, so yeah, I assume the car can fly. And we saw. I don't think we saw that one, but we saw a version of the Fantastic Four car in Loki or Deadpool and Wolverine, like in the I don't think it was in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it was in Loki in the desert world. I forget where Eliath is. I forget what they call it. Basically, like where everyone goes at the that gets pruned, like that place. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure there was a fantastic car like buried there that I saw at one point in Loki. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Like I'm excited for the family aspect, and even this says "Welcome to the family, July 25th." Like they're welcoming us in to the Fantastic Four family. This is gonna be great, and I haven't seen any designs for like a popcorn bucket yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be like the Fantastic Four car as a bucket, or I don't know, like maybe Herbie, maybe a bucket shaped like Herbie. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do for the popcorn bucket design, but I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited to see how how they get brought into the story with the rest of the MCU. Like this is getting set into the 60s, so I assume at some point in like towards the end of the movie or like in a post credit scene, possibly, they're gonna be like transported from their world into our world with the rest of the MCU. So waiting to see how that's gonna turn out and to see them with the rest of the cast in, I don't think it's Secret Wars nowadays. I know it's Doom Dynasty, but is it Secret Wars, the one that comes out before that? I think so. I'm just waiting and excited to see them with the rest of the MCU and like how they're gonna, be introduced to Peter Parker and how Peter Parker is gonna become friends with the Fantastic Four, and maybe down the line he actually works with the Fantastic Four. That'd be cool, pretty cool. Like we've seen, well, in the Spider-Man games, we've seen Peter Parker wear the Four suit with just a bag on his head, like a paper sack on his head. But and he's been with uh the Fantastic Four in the comics, I'm pretty sure. I'm not very knowledgeable on the comics side of things, but I'm pretty sure he's been like he's teamed up with them and been a part of their family before. And then of course, you know, this also introduces their legacy and eventually their children, who, turns out to be Hank. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I've heard rumors that Kevin Feige is thinking about bringing Jonathan Majors back just to finish out the King storyline. I don't know how I feel about that. I think they should just let it go and move on with Doom. But there were like thousands of kings towards the end of Quantum Mania as well, and so I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like I don't know why they would try and finish that storyline when they haven't even finished several other storylines. Like I know we're gonna be getting Tiamat in next week in Captain America: Brave New World, but they still haven't finished that storyline. It's been years. Uh, Eternals brought in a lot of different things. Like Blade was mentioned at one point, I'm pretty sure, which was gonna be like a whole nother thing with uh Midnight Suns or whatever that group's called. And then like we finally just got more of the WandaVision storyline with Agatha all along, and eventually that'll continue into whatever the Vision series ends up being called. They've had several different names for that already, but whatever that ends up being called, we'll have the Vision series continue out that trilogy of shows, but we s- we still haven't gotten an answer to like a lot of the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness stuff, or the Spider-Man No Way Home with him messing up the multiverse, and like I know they were being the Statue of Liberty was being rebuilt in that movie and stuff, but then it got even more destroyed. So I think we see it complete and back to its original state in the trailer of Captain America: Brave New World, but I'm not for sure about that. So don't trust me on that. Might want to fact check that first. But I'm pretty sure we see the statue back in its original state. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else has not been. Well, a lot of the Disney Plus shows, like none of those have really led in too much of the movies. Like Moon Knight, that whole thing. Haven't seen much of Valhalla besides at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder when Jane, is it Jane? Yeah, I think it's Jane. When Jane goes to Valhalla, we finally see that, but still haven't really seen much other than that and what we saw in Moon Knight. So like we still have Valhalla to explore, we still have all the Tiamat stuff to explore, which I'm sure they'll go into more detail in Brave New World next week, but we'll see. Because there's seems to be a lot in that movie, and I'm afraid that the movies is gonna be too filled with other things that we won't get the answers that we actually want. But yeah, we have all of that. We have Hulk's son Scar. We haven't seen any of that. Anyway, yeah, all I'm trying to say is there's a lot to still be explored in the MCU that they haven't explored, and bringing in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and all that stuff this year, I don't know if we're even gonna get all the answers that we would hope to want in these movies. But whatever. Eventually, maybe they'll do a little bit of a reboot after the King Dynasty and actually slow it back down and give us what the fans want with like the more ground breaking like Spider-Man like him fighting Kingpin with Daredevil and all of those. Maybe we'll get a team up with Deadpool and Spider Man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we end up with, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the cast does. I love this cast and other things like Pedro Pascal is Zaddy, of course. He's Joel in The Last of Us, and he's been in so many other things that like this past year he was in Gladiator 2, which I still haven't even seen. I haven't even seen Gladiator. Eventually I'll probably do reactions for those on the channel. But yeah, Pedro Pascal's great. Vanessa Kirby's great. Joseph Quinn is fucking awesome as Eddie Munson. And then he was even like totally different setting and tone in A Quiet Place 2. Like he played this badass in Stranger Things and then played like scared a scaredy cat kinda in A Quiet Place Day One. Who am I missing? Oh, and then Evan Evan Moss, who is in the Bear. I finally got to watch The Bear, and I love that series with the kid from Shameless. I've loved every bit of that series, and the food makes me so hungry every time I watch that. But yeah, with them starting out showing the thing cooking with Herbie, that I thought that was brilliant. You know, we've seen Evan Moss for the past few years cooking in the Bear series, so to see his new character in the Marvel universe, the Thing, start out by being in the kitchen and cooking and talking about the food he was making. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, I'm loving all this. I'm loving everything, and I hope we get to see more of not only Galactus. I wasn't even expecting to see Galactus towards the end of that trailer, but I hope we get to see Julia Garner as Silver Surfer. I actually, now that I've said that out loud, maybe not. Maybe just hold off and keep it as a surprise for the movie in July. Maybe that's your idea. I mean, I don't ever watch the trailers other than the first one they released, so this is the only one I'm ever gonna watch. But if images show up and people start posting images of Billy Gardner as Silver Surfer, I'm not gonna try and avoid those. I just try to avoid the majority of the rest of the trailers that they end up posting because I think it spoils too much. But like if it shows an image of Julia Garner and I see a small glimpse of it scrolling by, I won't mind. Uh, and I'm still I think Natasha Lyonne is supposed to be in the Fantastic Four movie, so I'm still curious about who she's playing, as well as Paul Walter Hauser, who most recently played embarrassment in the or voiced embarrassment in the Inside Out 2, Pixar's Inside Out 2. That was the guy who voiced embarrassment, and he was in that he was in that movie about the bombings. What was the name of that movie? Hold on, I gotta look it up. Richard Jewell. Richard Jewell, that was the name of that movie. He was in that movie, directed by Clint Eastwood several years ago. So yeah, he's supposed to be in this as well. and I'm curious to see what both those actors are gonna be doing in this film. So, yeah, that's all the thoughts I have of Fantastic Four so far, and I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed me blabbing on for this long, and I will see you guys later in the next video. All right. If you want to watch all my movie reactions or see the other movie reviews that I'll be posting, or all my unedited content I'll be posting, you can go over to my Patreon or find that on my website over at findawg.com, FINDAWG.com. But I am about to be leaving to go to the AMC to watch Companion, One of Them Days, and what was the other one? Oh, The Brutalist. I think that was the name of it. So I'm going to be watching those 3 films this afternoon. I'm going to be making reviews and posting those in the next week or 2. So yeah, look out for those reviews for those 3 movies, and I think that's all I've got. All right, bye bye.